We're going to talk about NBA Top Shot. It's this new thing. It's a new trend everybody's been talking about it. So just to give you guys a rundown on what NBA Top Shot is, it's digital collectibles. It's like card collecting, but just digitally. And instead of collecting an image or a picture on a card, you collect highlights, GIFs, or clips of a player hitting a three, hitting a dunk, getting a steal, whatever it may be. And 40,000 people have joined NBA Top Shot. And I got to say, this is pretty crazy. I was on it today and I was looking at it. There are highlights of LeBron James hitting a regular three-pointer in the regular season that costs $1,000. Things like that it's pretty crazy. Like LaMelo Ball making a pass is like 500. And basically how these digital collectibles are valued is based on the serial number. So when you talk about cards and, there are some cards that are rare, there are some cards that are not. The rarity is about how many there are available, how many there are in circulation. So NBA Top Shot puts serial numbers on these digital collectibles. And if there's not a lot of these highlights or clips, then they're worth even more. And some highlights are the same, and they're worth more because they are branded as, like a gold edition of the highlight, kind of like Ultimate Team, or I know a lot of people play like Madden Ultimate Team or My Team in 2K, kind of like that. And for me, I don't want to totally downplay this trend and what's happening, but it definitely feels like a trend to me, and that's about it. Because I get it that people are really hyped about it. You see a lot of NBA players buying this stuff. But at the same time, my first thought that came into my head is, why would anybody buy highlight clips? Why would anybody buy GIFs? To me, it just doesn't make sense. And to be fair, I've never been an avid card collector. I have some cards, but I'm not over here looking for the most investment-worthy card ever. It's just whatever to me. I've never been a guy that's like, cards are, really valuable to me. So maybe that's why I don't get this digital collectible thing. But to me, it feels really phony. That's the word to describe it.
I totally get what you're saying. And I remember when I first heard about it, I was confused for months on what it actually was. I didn't really learn what it was until I was telling you before. Kenny, KOT4Q on YouTube, a great YouTube account, put up a video opening NBA Top Shot packs, and then it started to make a little bit more sense. And I was just as confused, like, why would somebody pay for that? But I'll play devil's advocate, and I'll say, I would imagine, and again, this is long before our time, so I can't speak from experience, but I would imagine that trading cards probably started out the same way. People were probably like, why would you pay for just a picture of a guy on a piece of paper? And look what they've grown to be. I think there's two things that play into it. And the first one I'll say is people want to be a part of things. Like you said, I think it was 40,000 people have already joined up and started buying and selling Top Shot cards, NBA players, influencers, I guess you would say, from YouTube and stuff like that, big-time basketball names in the community. And people want to be a part of that. People think it's cool to be doing something that somebody that they follow does as well. So I think that could be a big part of its growing popularity. And the second thing is something that has become wildly commoditized, starting with video games, and it's the thrill of opening things and trying to get a reward back. It happens with trading cards. You buy a pack of cards hoping to get that rare card. You play a video game, you play Ultimate Team, you'll spend $20 buying packs trying to get that elite player. And it's just the rush. Like, it's not even as much getting the item. It's the rush of getting something rare. And I think that is what NBA Top Shot is trying to hit on with the serial numbers. Anybody could go on YouTube and look up highlights, but you own that 1 of 100 LeBron James three-pointer.
But I don't think it's even owning it, because how can you own a highlight clip? Because just because you opened up a LeBron dunking on a guy, like let's talk about the Yusuf Nurkic dunk when LeBron dunked on Yusuf Nurkic.
It's one of the biggest selling ones on the platform.
Let's say you own that card. It's not like ESPN can't show it. it's not like I can't make a video right now on YouTube and add that highlight into my YouTube video. I can still do that. So it's not like you own the video or the clip. But the reason why I don't think that argument makes sense when people use it is that when you get a trading card, it's not like you own that picture. You don't own that picture on the trading card. You can easily counterfeit the trading card, but obviously it's not going to be the same. That's why for me, it's like people dictate value. So whatever people dictate deem to be valuable that's what's going to sell. So it doesn't matter if you think a trading card is just a picture on a piece of paper or these highlights are just digital clips. If somebody is willing to pay for it, there's going to be a market for it. Just like I said, highlights can be replicated, so can pictures on these sports cards. They can be replicated as well. This whole thing in Rise of NBA Top Shot is just kind of really weird to me right now. I'm going to be honest. Is it something that I'm going to be investing in? Hell no. Not even a chance. I will not drop $1 into NBA Top Shot. Will I regret it in the future? Probably not. If I'm telling you now, if NBA Top Shot does become a phenomenon and the investments are deemed worth it, even if they are deemed worth it, I wouldn't really feel like I missed out. Just like how trading cards, you can flip trading cards right now. Just because I'm not flipping trading cards doesn't mean I feel left out. I really don't care. So I don't care that I'm not making money off of trading cards. So because of that, I don't think if NBA Top Shot, if it does blow up, it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't affect me in any way. Because at this point, I just don't think it's a smart investment to make. I'm not paying hundreds of dollars for a clip. It's just not me.
I don't see myself investing in an NBA Top Shot pack. I don't even know how to word it. I don't know how I don't see myself buying any NBA Top Shots, but I do think it's something very interesting and something to keep an eye on because this can be the future of trading cards or the demise of trading cards and the future of collectibles in sports.
And that's another thing is I think this will be the decline of trading cards simply because this generation, and I was listening to a Mark Cuban interview and he said this perfectly. This generation does not have a fascination with the physical item of a card. We don't have that fascination. We are a digital generation. We grew up in it. We were growing up into it. But now these younger kids are growing up in it. Like they are already 3 years old with an iPad in their hand. That's all they know. When you play video games like 2K, like Madden, like FIFA, you use real money to buy packs to better your team, right? And instead of them having a pack of physical cards, they just have all the stuff digitally, and it's easy. When you talk about trading cards, to flip trading cards, you have to go and ship them out to get graded. It gets shipped back to you. Then you got to ship them out to the buyer, all of this other stuff. On this marketplace, you can buy and sell like that. There's really no hassle to it. And that's really convenient. And we are a lazy generation when it comes to doing stuff like that because I wouldn't even say really lazy, but just using our time more effectively. Because we are not, if we don't have to do something, we don't have to spend an hour on something when we don't have to, then we're not going to. We value our time more. And I think NBA Top Shot has made it so people can buy and sell easy without any hassle. And I think that's the upside in it. I think there is a big chance that this does replace trading cards as a whole because the younger generation is going to be getting into it. And when you see NBA players promoting it like they are, Tyrese Halliburton talking about how many stuff he has already, how many packs he's bought, and you look at KOT4K making videos about it. The more popular people that make videos about this stuff, about NBA Top Shot, and the more influencers that continue to push it, the bigger it's going to be.
Yeah, and everything is moving digital now, and I think that this is just the movement of trading cards digitally. And you got to give credit to NBA Top Shot, the way they've been able to market their brand and get off to a head start. Now they have to take advantage of it, but you can't put yourself in a much better position than having the NBA players that you're making these moments out of representing your product and using your product on their platforms and having influencers using it and marketing it. So they're off to a great start, and I really do think, as much as a couple months ago I was laughing at it, I really do think that this has a chance to be the next big thing.
You knew about it a couple months ago?
Yeah, I had heard about it, and I was like, what is this? At first, I thought it was like a physical box that you like opened and a highlight played, and I didn't even think twice about it. I didn't think anything of it. I thought it was just, like you said, a trend, and I thought it would fizzle out. And now it's just gotten bigger and bigger, and it's turned into something that, you almost can't avoid now if you follow the NBA on Twitter. Like, it comes up a decent amount from the people that I follow. It's
pretty crazy. We'll see where it does end up, but one thing is certain, I'm not going to be investing in it. That's for certain. I can lose out. It doesn't matter. I'm not really too invested in it. I'm not hell bent on doing it, and I'm not that worried.